Hello there, Cancer. Welcome. And if you are new here, you are welcome as well. So let's see what is going on for the rest of November 2025. And we're also looking at roughly the next 10 days, moving from Scorpio season. We're still in Scorpio season, coming into Sagittarius season. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is your overall energy. This is Gemini. Your Venus placement could be significant as well. If this is not your Venus placement, then it could be to do with your relationships or something about partnerships and investments are coming up here. However the case, the Lovers is a major decision, a portal that is opened, and there's a form of granting of access. So there feels to be something that is moving forward after there is a shift here, or something that is coming to you, maybe even as at this time. I'm getting strong or heavy Saturn energy. So it could be some kind of contract that you're navigating. Maybe a karmic contract. Now what is happening is there is a past, present, and future energy that is coming up in your reading. Past, present, and future, not necessarily in time alone, but also in space. So the way that is showing up in the area of space could be that, let's say for example, you have left a situation and there are energetic ties and attachments that you have been disentangling and releasing. There's something about the new moon in Scorpio that is being highlighted here as well. And with this, there is some form of, it's like, I'm just going to be very straightforward with what I'm getting. There's something of the past that is coming in the present, and the way that I'm picturing this situation, it could be someone in your energy. I could be picking up on a third party situation in the sense that, let's say you're dealing with someone, maybe you're in a relationship with someone, any kind of relationship, but this is something that matters to you. This is something that is of love. Then this person could be in a karmic situation, or this person could be used to get to you. So that means ultimately it impacts you. So it means that there is an active party in the background, or some kind of an active party. Doesn't mean that is one person. From what I'm getting, is like there's an active group or party in the background that are trying to get to you through this person. So ultimately, it's like you are going through somewhere, and then I'm looking for a scenario to bring here. It's like you're about to exit a door. This is about an exit that you're coming to. And as you have been exiting that door for quite some time. This is something that has been happening over the course of time. And there feels to be games that are being brought in your way. And then as these games are being brought, now it's one thing if these games happened when you were not awake or when you were not aware. But something about these games are coming at a time when you're like, I'm ready to exit this, or I want to exit this. And as you're trying to exit, imagine you're in a wrestling championship. Some of you could even feel like there's something about a wrestling. Now, as you're in this wrestling ring, you're inside and you're like, I give up, or I'm ready to just leave. I'm done with this. Maybe it's just not worth it, for example. And as you're about to exit, then there is this opponent that is trying to drag you back in. This is what it feels like. It feels like there's an opponent that is trying to drag you back in. So this could be some kind of competition. It could even be in the workplace. But as they're trying to drag you back in, it's like you don't want to. You actually want to exit that. But this one wants you to stay in because that is how maybe they gain their identity, or that is how they gain their value. And then you are left with no option than to bring out your shadow side, or to bring out a certain side of you. So I'm getting someone who could have gone into the dark night of the soul, or someone who has had to do that in order to embody a shadow side, to walk around, in order to battle some kind of attachments. Okay, so it's like as soon as you're doing that, then you're seeing that the more that you are embodying this, you're like, okay, you want this, okay. And then you may not even be fighting this, but you're looking for ways to release yourself, because your ultimate destination is to get to that exit. Or this person as well, if I'm maybe talking about a mirror energy, this person as well is trying to get out of that. In the physical, it may not even look like that. It may just be like, you know. In summary, there feels to be something that you're seeing more and more, that they have always wanted to pull you back from getting to an exit. That this, and the way that I'm getting this exit is not necessarily about like getting to the next relationship, or getting to, or rushing to an outcome. In fact, wherever this is like you have had to embody both shadow and light and everything in between. So it's like a training ground that it has inevitably formed for you. And you need to know that this is happening on another side as well, or something that you may not be seeing. Yeah, it's a tricky one. There we go. You see the Seven of Swords. It's a tricky energy. So it means that whoever this is that is trying to drag you back, or this party that are trying to drag you back, they need something from you. Because, it could be that there was an attachment with this person, and then you're no longer giving them what they needed. And then now they're still trying to drag. So it could be some kind of, it could be anything they're doing in the background. But this is coming to the surface for a reason. It could be a confirmation. It could be something that you're needing in terms of your own energetic work, because there's a decluttering energy that is coming up for you here, or some kind of clarity that you need regarding your purpose, regarding your power, regarding your alignment. Because the Lovers can also be a decision that we're making, like based on what it is that we're like. We just need clarity. We're not clear about something, we need clarity. That can be the Lovers, whether in work, in romance, wherever. But something about the backstory needs to come up here. But of course, I'm not surprised. The new moon in Scorpio is also revealing what could be a backstory, or what is hidden, like the occult like kind of energies, like something that is hidden, like a blind spot. Now let's get to the good news. The Ace of Pentacles shows you shifting timeline. So it feels like something that maybe you have been escaping, or you have had to escape in your own way at some point. And the way that I'm getting this, Cancerians, is like at some point you were walking like this. You didn't even know that you were walking. How you were walking was, there were a lot of pitfalls in between. And then your guides, your hearts, whatever it is that you were just moving with, acted as a pillar for you. So it's like as you were walking, while you may have felt some kind of a discomfort in between, what could be a foundation, you were still held up to keep walking. And now as you have come to this place, you're being given a peek at what it is that you were protected from, or what it is that you have been, yeah, you have been protected from. This is what I'm getting here. So I'm getting this as some kind of closure here. Okay, it's a closure that you are gaining in the next 10 days, a form of a revelation, a closure. It can be disappointing. It can come with your emotions. You know, there's a cleansing energy that you are moving with. Why? Because you deserve this. So it's like a full circle moment that you're receiving. It's like you're seeing someone, something. This may even be a situation where you just knew that this is where how they were, but you just didn't know the extent of. I'm getting a form of a flip side. It's like there's something about the face, like one side of the face, or of this person's face, or this. Can I feel like it's more than one person? But like one side of them was showing you a different thing, and sometimes we can even blame ourselves. But one thing I know for sure is when we make decisions at certain points in our lives, we need to trust that we did it at a time where we knew how. Okay, we knew just how. This way we release ourselves. So this may be a time where you're being self-forgiving and also allowing these revelations to come to you. So that sometimes we see, oh yeah, maybe this is where I may have missed this, or maybe this person showed me this, or that person showed me this, and I didn't see it at that time. But at that point, you only knew what you knew. There are some situations that are really so good at tricking that you will see that a lot of times what you need is more grace, more understanding. I could even be speaking to you who is maybe working with another person, and allowing them to grow from there, because I'm getting some form of a triangle here. It could be a love triangle. It could also be, again, something that is trying to reach you via another person, like a middle party. It could be both. But here we have Ace of Pentacles. This is like a golden opportunity from the divine. The way is being cleared. Something could be falling out of your experience. And as something is falling out from your experience, when one door closes, many more open. Okay? Many more open. This is one thing I'm sure of with the aces. It's like something can fall out, but something comes in the place of it. So there's a new opportunity, new offers. It could even be, I'm getting invitations for some of you that are coming in for you. Don't let the doubts creep in or walk around the doubts is more of what I would like to say here, because there feels to be some doubts that are being sent your way, and is regarding that other energy that I picked up, what came regarding the timeline shift, the past, the present, the future. So it feels like there's something that you are navigating in the present, which we are constantly doing, but then this feels to be really active right now for you. The Seven of Cups is one of offers, opportunities. So if you have offers, it could even be as simple as, searching something and something comes up. It could be a time where you are kind of stepping back in order to gain more clarity or to see more clearly. There could be something confusing as well, or something to do with options that you're coming to light about. But it feels like you're having offers and your dreams coming true. The Five of Cups is one of the past ones again. So it feels like there is an energy of a shadow that is coming up here. Okay, there is an energy, there's a shadow energy. I could be something that you're releasing right now, or you're coming to awareness about. 7 and 5 is 12. So it feels like as you're coming to awareness about this, there's a shift in perspective, there's a shift in perception that you're coming to. I'm getting true face. The true face. Yeah. something about two sides of the face came up earlier as well. So it feels like there's a two-faced situation or something that is two-faced. But I have a feeling here, I strongly have a feeling that if anything, what you need is more trust that you know what you know. There's a two-faced situation that is here. The Lovers, Seven of Cups, and the Five of Cups also gives me that you are confusing this situation, which means because this has tried to drag you in to fight or to kind of get something out of your energy, is also saying that it's not the only one, or they're not the only ones that have two faces. You also have had to embody that energy. So it's a form of a win-win. It's a form of a win-win that I'm getting for you. Whereas like something feels, oh yeah, I have, like, I can show you this side out. And then you're like, yeah, maybe you're not even trying to show this situation, but there's something about your own sides that are not showing as well. It's like maybe you're seeing what is worth the fight or what is worth it. Because when we look at the cups energy, they can be, it's to do with emotions, it's to do with our connection. So it can be a bit, it's one that we just have to be very gentle, not only with ourselves, but yeah, it's to do with grace, right? More grace, keep giving yourself more grace, more grace, more grace, and understanding. And the 7 cups, 5 cups, that is 12, coming back to number 3. So I feel with the 3 cups, there is an expansion, a major release. You could even be releasing some kind of guilt over here. Maybe there's a guilt that you're releasing. Sometimes when we are navigating guilt, it can be used against us. So the more we forgive ourselves, what happens is there are some things that do not get to us as much as they used to. Not because we're not taking responsibility, but because we get to see where we are taking up accountability and where we need to ditch the burden. The King of Pentacles, one more thing, just a quick one, because you see, I'm picking up like a triangle energy. The 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups can be some form of regret as well. Okay, it could be that there's a regret energy. Maybe someone is in regret. Perhaps it's this same situation that I'm picking up on, about like trying to drag you back in. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There could be an earth sign in the picture, sometimes Aries, and a bit of air as well. So there could be a banker, someone who works with money. And if you're embodying the King of Pentacles, whether you're feminine, masculine, it feels to me that you're building up your wealth. You are looking to not only plant seeds, but also nurture and grow from there. So there's a form of expansion once again. So it could be that it's this place that you're in. That's why I'm getting that maybe at some point this wasn't much of a bother, but it's just right now there needs to be a full circle moment, a form of a returning, or maybe someone wants to return. And with that needing to happen, then in order for something to move forward, sometimes there needs to be a closure and then we move like a roundabout, so to speak. Yeah? So there's a form of an exit point that you're coming to. The 2 of Cups is one of alignment, relationships, partnerships. So it feels like you're coming to new partnerships, new relationships. Sometimes the 2 of Cups can come as some form of healing between two people or between two sides of you. Ultimately, is a beautiful card, and because it's coming up in your reading, it gives me a really good vibe in the sense that it's you being in your power. The 7 of Swords can be strategy in communication on our part. So let's say we are dealing with people, let's say you work with customers, with clients, then we have to use the 7 of Swords sometimes because we're needing a bit of strategy. It's like getting the message across. It's easy to just say, yeah, do that. And then with the 7 of Swords, we just have to change around how we get the message across. So sometimes it can actually be a good level of manipulation that you're moving with in order to get a message across or in order to get something to work. Form of a win-win once again. Then the 7 of Swords can come where there is an imposter. That is where maybe I'm getting a two-faced situation. And then the 7 of Swords, if we are on our personal development journey, then it could be an imposter syndrome. So Yeah, sometimes when we are navigating that, it can be in the form of doubts. Yeah, maybe this is the time where you are telling yourself the truth. You're working around self-judgment or even judgment of others, and reminding yourself, like being a reminder, being your own cheerleader. I believe I've been saying this for quite some time. Being a reminder of who you are, being your number one cheerleader, so important right now. And there could be someone as well that is just coming in to sell you anything. That can be some form of storytelling on a very surface level. The Seven of Swords can be scams, maybe messages that you just receive and you're like, yeah, I know this is a scam. Something like that could be significant. Okay, so let's see what the life and career deck is coming up with for Cancerians. In summary, there's someone that you're seeing, or they could I don't know if this person is coming to light about what they're doing, or these people, that there's something about the mind game or something of a game, and you are seeing it for what it is. And if anything, you need to stand more in that conviction. Yeah, you, it's like you're having to stand more in that conviction. But for perhaps you do not have a lot of situations that see what you see, or know what you know, or see what is playing out, so you're having to get some kind of conviction that yes, indeed, that this is what is happening, so that it allows you to have that closure, or allows you to have that it's like a full circle. Something needs to be closed out, and from there is a movement forward. So it's like there's a closing out that is happening. In summary, I mean, this is beautiful because feels like you are decluttering. One more thing about decluttering, you may find yourself working around seeds and investment. So you may find yourself like working with pots and investments. So it could even be subscriptions, for example, where you're needing to, maybe you're releasing something, because there are new questions that are coming to you regarding purpose and power. Magic. You have the power now. Purpose and power. You have the power now. Use your magic to attract what you want into your life. The sky is the limit. Cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position or look for something better. Ending something, it could be a job as well. Doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. So there's something about a bridge. And then power position. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. There are some important questions that you are bringing up this week. This may be a time you could even be writing them down or speaking them out, but just know that they're acting as pivotal moments in your experience and on your path that leads to an unfolding of your destiny. Wow. And with that unfolding of the destiny is what is like supposed to align for you is actually aligning this way. Angels and ancestors, what do we have for Cancerians? Knight, be brave and honest. That is the King of Swords energy, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius kind of energy. I feel like you have justice that is being served. Okay, you have justice that is being served. You see the sword over here, the sword over here as well. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. And then at the bottom of the deck, autumn, release the old and rest. What should we go for here? Autumn, just a bit of explaining, so we'll see what to read. The autumn card talks about resting up, some limitations that can come back to the surface, and then how we work around them as well. It could be some self-limiting inhibitions. It could be inhibitions on the outside or even both. The Knight card talks about justice and not even fighting. Like there could be some things that maybe you want to make you to react or to kind of prove a point as well. And you will just know if this is something that you like, you just need to go out and prove your point. It could be, or it could just be something where you are very strategic in how you communicate, how much emotion or how much energy you give to that is so important, because you want to see your seed grow, or you're looking towards this exit. And yeah, there could be something to do with your path that you have chosen that sometimes can lead you to being left out, or people that are, that are trying to make you to feel a certain way because this is how they operate. All right, it could be that you have chosen a path, or you have chosen a value, something like that, or you stand by a value, and then all of a sudden you find situations that are sometimes even making jests. It could be a form of a jesting energy. And yeah, whether we like it or not, we have a sense of belonging. It can impact us, but then it feels like you're moving with a lot of wisdom at this time. With that said, I'm going to read the She-Wolf card. She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Let your wild side up and out, unleash your talents and your desires. She-Wolf represents, so you could be an alpha, Sigma personality, doesn't have to be. She-Wolf represents a shamanic archetype, and this illustration is inspired by several cultures. Depicted as half wolf, half woman, she is the alpha female, and of course, because it's coming up as female, it could just be talking about a divine feminine component. It feels like there's something of a hidden component that is being shown here. Depicted as half wolf, half woman, or half wolf, half feminine, she is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack, or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown, and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. You are being rewarded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you have been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you are being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your future uh, get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. I mean, before we round up Cancerians, because I feel this is important, I see the raven here, the wolf, the womb, the moon. I said the womb. Okay, so this could be talking about maybe a child or even like a sacral chakra energy. But then the Magick, Seven of Cups, and the Five of Cups. There's something that is being fought here. Okay, there is a fight, and it's to do with a sacrifice. Okay, it could be something that was supposed to sacrifice you or put you in a sacrificial position. I mean, it can happen in many ways where how you experience that, you just know your experience. It's like, can just leave you feeling cold or feeling like a certain way. It's like trying to oppress or push, it's like, that a compressor, something like that. That is what the energy can feel like. And they see you not only breaking out of this, they see you taking a scissors and like you're snipping it out. Not only are you snipping it out, you're also stepping into a power position. It's like everything is putting you into a place of power. And what does that do? It makes them believers. It makes them see that, oh yes, there's a divinity that works with you indeed. So it's like there's something that you're not having to shout about, and is showing for you. My goodness. Wow. I'm going to stop here for now, Cancerians. I'll come back with more videos as well. This is like so powerful. And yeah, I wish you a blessed rest of your 10 days, and do take care. Bye-bye.